Hi everyone, my name is Sabrienne and today I'm going to show you how to make the Cedar Ridge crochet towel holder. This is a very easy pattern. The texture is made just with single crochet and chain stitches. So it is suitable for beginners, but beginners who have done some crocheting already and are very comfortable holding their hook and their yarn, because working around the wooden ring can be quite tricky. Over on my blog, I have two additional styles. One has no wooden rings at all. You just make it in a flat piece and then feed it through the wooden ring. And then the other version has just one wooden ring and you do it up with a button and loop on the other end. So if you want to try any of those, I'm going to leave a link to the blog post below. Today, I'm going to be demonstrating the one with the two wooden rings. So all you need to get started is a 4mm hook, 30 grams of worsted weight yarn, and two wooden rings. Now, I do want to mention that if you don't have a 4mm hook, go ahead and try it. I would say all the way up to a 6.5. We work the piece until it measures 6 inches, so it's very easy to substitute certain yarns and crochet hooks. So don't let that hold you back if you don't have the exact materials. Anyways, gather your supplies and then we'll get started. See you soon. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to do is start with a slip knot on our hook. And then you're going to want to grab that wooden ring, slide the hook in underneath, and take the working yarn and put that over top. Then what you're going to do is just follow with a single crochet as if you were just making a regular crochet. Then we're going to do 8 more across. So just put that hook under each time and make a single crochet continually around the ring until you have completed 9. Okay, so we're almost at the end. We're just going to check and make sure that we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we're just going to chain 1 and turn. And then working into those stitches, we're going to skip the first single crochet. And we're going to work a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into that stitch. And chain 2 here. Single crochet right back into that same stitch. Then we're going to be skipping the next stitch, and working a single crochet, a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and right back into that same stitch again. So that's our pattern repeat across. So we're going to skip the next stitch and then work a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, again right into that stitch. So you're going to repeat that one more time so that you end up with 4 chain 2 spaces and you will have the last stitch unworked. Coming back and making this again months later, I don't know why I wrote it this way. So I'm thinking that it was just because it looked even on both sides. So for anyone who wants to ask me that question, that's the best I can come up with. Okay, so now that we've finished working row 1, we're just going to chain 1 and turn. And then what we're going to be doing is working into our chain 2 spaces. And it's going to be the exact same texture. So all we're going to do is insert into that chain 2 space, into single crochet, chain 2, insert your hook into that chain 2 space again, and single crochet. Then you're going to skip over to the next chain 2 space and do the same thing. So you're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet in that same chain 2 space. And then you're just going to do the same for the last 2 chain 2 spaces. And that's actually the repeat for the rest of the pattern. And what you're going to do is you're going to work this way until the piece measures 6 inches. Okay, and then we're just going to work a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into that same space again. Okay, and then we're just going to chain 1 and turn and do the same working into the chain 2 spaces. So go ahead and finish this piece until it measures 6 inches, and then we'll move on to the rest. Okay, so I have finished the body of the towel holder, and we'll just measure, and that's 6 inches. You could do one more row if you wanted, but that's good enough for me. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do before we attach to the second ring is we're just going to chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to work 1 single crochet into every single crochet across, not working in the spaces. So we're just going to single crochet into each single crochet across. That just gives us a nice clean edge before we join the other ring. So I'll just go ahead and finish that, and then we'll meet up and join to the second ring. I have lots of knots in this yarn because I pulled a project apart and I didn't want to waste the yarn. So that tiny little knot there. Okay, so we're at the end of the row, and all we're going to do is finish that off. We should have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is attaching this end to the ring. And what is different about this end is we're going to be putting the hook through the stitch before we work it around the ring. So just make sure that that tail's pulled tight. I did this before and I left it too loose. So let's just grab your ring, and again, you put your hook under. Make sure that working yarn is over. Okay, put your hook under, grab that yarn, then pull it back through that single crochet, and then just finish off your single crochet. Insert your hook underneath the ring, grab your yarn, pull it up, and just finish your single crochet. You're going to do that working through every single crochet of the previous row that we just worked. And I'm just going to show you how to fasten off and weave in the ends, because sometimes I get messages from people saying that they wished I had showed that. So I'm going to show that. I'm going to leave links to the blog post if you want to see the other styles that you saw in the photos, and also a link to the Etsy pattern if you prefer a download. Okay, so that's that done. And I'll just show you how to weave in the ends. These, I'm actually made a whole bunch of these when I was doing the pattern, and every year my sister tends to buy things as gifts for people, so I think she's going to be excited about these for her staff. And what's nice about these two is it's so easy to coordinate with some cute towels and such. You can coordinate with kitchen colors or towels. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm just going to thread this. This is a little trick. Can't even remember where I saw it, obviously on the internet somewhere. But if you have a hard time threading your needle, you just put it like this, pull it tight, flip your needle over, and then feed that through. That did not work at all. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh shoot, and I just did the wrong end. Forget it. I'm just going to thread it as normal. There we go. No tricks here. All right. And I'm just going to weave those in. And I'll just flip it over and weave it through this end. And then you can just do the other end as well. And there you go. So if you like this stitch pattern, search anything called Cedar Ridge, and this is the same texture. I have a throw on YouTube and on my blog, and I have a mug cozy and a dishcloth, and what else do I have? Oh, the Whispering Lace headband is this texture. There is a bookmark pattern, this texture. Anyways, I'll leave some of them linked below. And for now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care for now. Bye-bye.